Uncircumcised dicks are like when you get a present and you open the box and inside is a smaller box because you peel back the dick and inside is more dick. And you're like, ooh, more dick. Just what I wanted. When I was 12, I read that whale penises can grow to up to 6 feet long. I had never seen a whale penis, but I knew that my dad was exactly 6 feet tall. And then I had a dream that my dad was attached to the pelvis of a whale. So there's this new group called the Mug Enthusiasts, and everyone in that group is so attractive. I just want to start a group called the Mug Enthusiasts. I once told someone that I had just met, listen, I mug and I mug hard. And I realized this was a mistake. And I was like, oh, I don't mean like I get hard. I just mean like I get my mug on. And she was like, oh, I got it. But it's okay, because that night I went to the Mug and I pulled out my playbook. I call it my Silver Grindings Playbook. For those who don't know, Silver Linings Playbook is a movie where Bradley Cooper plays a bipolar guy, Jennifer Lawrence plays a sex addict, and they're like, oh, I'm so fucked up. No, I'm so fucked up. Oh, we're perfect for each other. And actually, the plot to that movie is pretty similar to your typical Mug Night encounter. People on OkCupid say, oh, you go to Vassar? You guys know how to party. The people who say this go to West Point. Vassar College, more fun than military school. So I'm already looking forward to Halloween because my favorite thing to do in life is wear as little clothing as possible. Woo! And when I was 14, my dad called me downstairs on Halloween. Come show me your costume. So I come downstairs in a petticoat, corset, heels, plastic shepherd's crook. He's like, Taylor, what are you supposed to be? Little Bo Peep show? And he's like, wait, did you get invited to a party? Is that why you're dressed like that? I was like, no, I just thought I would get more candy this way. He's like, all right, I'll drive you to the party. I was like, oh, I wasn't joking about not being invited to a party. So I went trick-or-treating with my 11-year-old sister, dressed as Pippi Longstocking, and me in lingerie. Ding dong, trick-or-treat. Oh, quick, honey, we better give her a treat before she starts turning tricks. I mean, be careful crossing the street, Walker. I mean, happy Halloween. It's only gotten worse, okay? If you rate my classiness on a scale from 1 to 10, I am a Kesha. I feel like we have the same life motto. If you got it, flaunt it. Let me clarify what I mean by it. For example, bedhead, a chipped tooth, camel toe, a yeast infection. I was on a date with this guy, and we had just met, but we were having like a great conversation, really getting to know each other, but like I felt like I was maintaining some mystery. And then he goes, your life sounds like kind of a shit show. And I was like, damn it, he knows. But I was still like rude, like, and it's hard to call someone out on something while still being flirty, like, hey, you're like kind of an asshole. And I find myself trying to look good to attract people, and girls think they look so different from one day to the next. I was hanging out with one of my girlfriends, she's standing in front of me in front of the mirror, she's like, oh, I look so fat today. And I'm just like, you always look like that. I'm not gonna worry about my appearance, I'm just gonna go for really tall people so they're always looking down at me from the MySpace angle. But you do have those days when you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, looking good. That's usually when I remember to put in my contact lenses. Okay, I came across this, nighttime weight loss cream. And I mentioned it to my guy friend, and he was like, what, like sulfuric acid? You burn your flesh away? And the name of the cream was Fat Girl Sleep. What kind of terrible name is that? Fat Girl Sleep is what happens when I pass out at 2 a.m. after eating all my Baccios. Lifestyles makes a condom. It's smaller than their other condoms. It's called Snugger Fit. If the Snugger Fit condom was made by the same people as Fat Girl Sleep, it would be called Tiny Dick Sex. So I was talking to this girl about queer stereotypes, and she was like, I am such a pantsuit lesbian. And I was like, oh, what is that? Turns out she wore a lot of pantsuits. And I was like, what if everyone just identified by their pants and their orientation? Oh, hey, I'm Tim, real cargo pants straight man. This is Tina, classic yoga pants bisexual. So I'm bisexual, and I feel like people don't know this because I come off as pretty straight, so I've been trying to introduce it into everyday conversation, like, hey, I'm Taylor, it's bisexually nice to meet you. Yeah, let's grab dessert. Should I get an ice cream bar or a Nilda's cookie? It's like two equally appealing options, and I like them both. It reminds me of being bisexual, which I am. But all of that said, I am still not out to my family, not because they wouldn't be super supportive, but because they just can't let things go. If I said I liked women, it would be like this all empowering thing that just like overtook everything else. When I was 7, I told my dad I had a crush on Aaron Carter, okay? To this day, when we pass a cute guy in the street, he's like, Taylor, how would you rate that guy on a scale from 1 to Aaron Carter? So if I told him I liked women, he would be like, Taylor, a girl. Women are attractive, am I right? So like, how would you rate Aaron Carter on a scale from like 1 to girls? I once rented from this guy, his name was William Fagg, F-A-G-G. He doesn't have this problem because everyone assumes he's gay, and he used to be in the Marine Corps, and he's like, yeah, I tell people it was because I wanted to serve my country, but also I was just like, I really want to like start off as a private fag, and then move to a major fag, and then just a general fag. Okay, so last weekend I dropped acid for the first time. Woo! And it was really great until we got that campus alert that there was a person at Sunset Lake with a handgun. And then everything was really scary because I was like, wait, am I that person? And I'm pacing around like, we were just at the lake. My dad owns a handgun. Did I take it from him? And all my friends were like, oh, we're so scared. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna hurt you. And then I was like, wait, let me reread this description. Oh God, like, it was me. It's always been me. And it was like a white 24-year-old male, 5'11", with brass knuckles and pierced cheeks, carrying blue jeans, wearing blue jeans. And I was like, oh God, is that what I look like? And I was so deep into it that I couldn't remember if I had gotten a sex change. And I was like, no, like, I don't have pierced cheeks. God, these idiots, this description is all wrong. And I was like, wait, like, they don't know what I look like. Okay, like, I'm not gonna get caught. I just need to like find my handgun, find my brass knuckles. Like, I'm an outlaw, I can do this. Am I gonna shoot you or am I gonna punch? And then I was like, wait, I don't have any brass knuckles. And I told all my friends, I was like, guys, it's fine. I am not the armed man. None of us is the armed man. I actually don't do a lot of drugs. I just get along really well with people who do. And my friend called me out. She's like, Taylor, I spilled Gatorade all over my cocaine. My blow, it's all wet. What do we do? And I was like, let me grab my blow dryer. True story. I'm a comedian. Okay, so I was hooking up with this guy, and I complimented him on how smooth he was. As in, he was hairless, like one of those Mexican cats. And he got really defensive and was like, yeah, like, I'm pretty sure your butt's hairier than mine. In defense of my butt, he looked like he had gotten a full body wax. In his defense, my butt was way hairier. Okay, so I hate when people tell you like, oh, you look sick. Are you tired? Are you sick? And you're just like, no, I'm fine. I'm just gonna start doing meth. That way when people see that I look like shit, they'll just be like, well, it's a miracle that you're still alive. So in my developmental psych class, we were talking about whether a kid would be mad or sad if you took away its favorite toy. And my professor was like, Taylor, imagine if someone did this to you. Like, what's your favorite toy? Wait, don't answer that. And I was like, God damn it, she knows. All right, guys, that's all from us.